All right, imagine this scenario. You've just wrapped up a major project with a consulting firm. Phew.
Big sigh of relief,
Yeah,
usually.
quarterly. But then comes this often skip step, almost like a secret mission, properly evaluating how they did.
Hmm.
It feels like extra work, maybe. But what if this whole review thing is actually like the most vital strategic move for whatever you do next?
It really is.
Yeah.
What looks like just a simple follow-up, like, let's objectively evaluate the consultants. Well, it's not simple at all.
Right.
And this deep dive, it's all about how you take that gut feeling, that personal judgment, and turn it into something impartial, something repeatable.
That's a key difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
So our mission today is to figure out the core bits of making that switch from feeling to fact, basically. And for you listening, the big takeaway should be, this isn't personal. It's never personal.
Exactly.
It's always about what's best for the project, for the company, and honestly, even for the consultants themselves, right?
Absolutely. And for it to be repeatable, you need a few things. Standardization, for one. Maybe some predefined KPIs.
Okay.
You definitely need good documentation. Write down what you saw, the data. And consistency is huge. How often will you do this? And crucially, it shouldn't just be the person who picked the firm doing the evaluation. It needs to be the whole team, the ones who worked with them day in, day out.
Okay. Like getting the full picture.
Precisely. Turn that subjective feedback into objective points. Think like post-game analysis in sports. You look at the plays, the decisions, not just whether you won or lost.
Got it. So why is taking the personal out of it so important? I mean, you picked the firm for good reasons, hopefully using clear criteria. It wasn't just random.
Well, yeah, but it comes down to honesty. Being honest with yourself, with your team, with the company, and yes, like you said, even with the firm. And what's really interesting is how it helps everyone improve. The work obviously impacts your project, your company's bottom line maybe. But your honest feedback, that reflects back on the consultants too. It helps them get better.
So it's a two-way street.
Definitely. It's about recognizing the work you did together and how to make it better next time. It's not just being polite. It's fundamental.
Okay, so with that idea of repeatability as our frame, let's dive into those 4 scenarios the source talks about. How a collaboration might actually play out, starting with the dream, right? Case 1. Everything was fantastic.
Yeah, the dream scenario.
Everyone's happy, the work was perfect, so are we done? Is there anything to evaluate?
And this is where it gets, well, quite insightful. Even when everything seems perfect, you still need to ask, could it have been better? Could we have done better? Could they have done better?
Really, even when it's great?
Oh, yeah. Like, say the project finished on time, but came in under budget. Great, right.
Yep.
But maybe, could it have been delivered even earlier?
Good question.
Or maybe the firm had some super innovative idea they just didn't bring up. Maybe they played it safe. Inertia, perhaps. There's that old saying, right? There is nothing well done that cannot be done better.
That's true.
It's about asking, did we leave any potential unused? Could we repeat this success and make it even bigger next time?
Wow, okay. So even perfection isn't the end goal, always push or optimal. That's a tough mindset. But, okay, what about the more common situation? Ups and downs, mostly good, but, a few bumps. How do you handle that kind of mixed bag?
Right. This is where you really need to unpack what went wrong. Was it a communication issue, a misunderstanding, maybe the tools weren't quite right, or did the project requirements shift halfway through?
Yeah, happens all the time.
The source suggests a kind of pros and cons list, but with weights. So imagine a consultant delivered, say, 90% of what was asked. Pretty good. But maybe their communication was poor, causing internal friction or delays. You might weigh delivery really high, say 40%, but communication at maybe 20%, and see how it nets out.
Okay, weighting the different aspects.
Exactly. And if those negatives, even weighted, start to pull things down overall, then you absolutely must go back and look at your own selection criteria.
Back to the beginning.
Because your choices led to this outcome. So the feedback loop isn't just for them. It's about tightening up your own filters for next time.
That weighted pros and cons idea is useful for those messy middles. But what if it tips further? What if things just didn't really work out? Very few positives.
Yeah, case 3. When things didn't go as planned, here the focus really shifts. You have to go back to your selection criteria and probably make some significant changes.
So it's less about the specific project outcome.
Well, that matters, but the action is about fixing the selection process. It's not about pointing fingers, finding a culprit. It's about finding the error in how you chose them or set things up.
Got it. Prevent it from happening again.
Precisely. Maybe your definition of innovative was too fuzzy, or you didn't properly check how well their team would integrate with yours during selection. You need to find that gap.
Okay, and then the worst case, totally failed collaboration. A disaster. Nothing salvageable. What do you even do then?
Yeah, that's tough. If truly nothing worked, it points to something systemic, doesn't it?
Seems like it.
You basically have to start from scratch. It feels like a massive time sink, I know, but think of it as a crucial long-term investment.
How so?
You might need a full-blown retrospective. Really dig deep. Review the entire vendor selection process from top to bottom, or maybe even make a radical shift in how you manage consultants altogether.
Like what?
Maybe you move away from picking vendors project by project and look for more strategic long-term partners. Or maybe you need to overhaul your internal project management methods that dictate how you even engage with outside firms. It could be big changes.
So, listening to all these scenarios, it feels like there's a common thread, right? It keeps coming back to those initial selection criteria you mentioned at the start.
Absolutely spot on. Your initial criteria, they're your best friends in this whole process. They're the foundation. Evaluating the outcome, whatever it is, always loops you back to those criteria. It
Hmm.
creates this virtuous cycle. Continuous improvement, the source calls it an ascending spiral of learning.
I like that, an ascending spiral.
Yeah, and if you've done your homework properly on those criteria up front, they'll support you through the evaluation, even if you change jobs or the company restructures. They're your constant.
So, let's try and sum this up. Evaluating how a consulting firm performed isn't just administrative tidying up, it's essential. It needs the same seriousness, the same discipline as picking them in the first place.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's truly an investment in your future successes.
Right. So, the final thought for you listening: what does this mean for your next big project? If you apply this kind of systematic evaluation, how might that change not just the results you get, but maybe how you even define success in a partnership?
Yeah, it's a shift, isn't it?
It is. It stops being just about what they delivered and becomes more about what you learn together about how to achieve even more next time.